BYU. Again, I was at a wedding tonight. I thought BYU, Kansas, the nightcap suite. The Cougars, one of my best bets this week, will absolutely mow over Kansas. There is a clearly better football team taking the field at home, Vampire Cougs. And that is what you do. When I explore the idea of what's next for BYU, of where BYU goes from here, I have bad news. If you're in the SEC, this does not matter. If you're in the Big Ten, this does not matter. The difference is we trusted you, and honestly, we are still trusting you with the Big 12 brand. This is a conference that gets so little national respect, and I've seen BYU fans, I have seen Kansas State fans, Baylor fans, Texas Tech fans talk ad nauseum about how we require a top-level program to carry this league nationally. You were that. I will say it a million times. Tim Allen killed Santa Claus. Did he mean to kill Santa Claus? No. But the second he did, the requirement was he becomes Santa. You were supposed to become the best team in the Big 12. As you beat teams like Kansas State or like Utah, who were preseason top in this league, BYU then carries the torch as an elite program in the Big 12. Then this happens. Oh, yeah, well, Alabama lost to Vanderbilt. Huh. Ole Miss lost to Kentucky. The SEC does this all the time. The difference, timeliness. I cannot have, you cannot have a team play that poorly in game 10. You've figured it out. And every week we question, is BYU lucky? Is BYU really that good? Or is this just some spurt of luck, some miracle Cougs, some God-ordained win streak that BYU is on? Then this happens. And I go from being the ultimate BYU defender to, hey, you score 11 points and you win. Oh, what? Kansas scored 17. 11 doesn't win. 18 wins. That muffed punt? Are you kidding me? The simple aspects of football. Aaron Roderick, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why is there zero consistency week in and week out in the offense for BYU? Why? And this isn't well, of course he rags the OC. Of course that guy is going to question the offensive coordinator in a loss. No. I have questioned him every single week. You saw it again. The lack of, I have said this before again. I know Baylor is going to throw the ball well. West Virginia is going to run the ball well. Arizona State will run the ball well. There is an identity for different Big 12 teams. BYU's identity cannot be late game comebacks. Our identity is being down and then being up. No, not how it works. And the worst part of this whole deal, you went from Big 12 championship lock to, Arizona State on the road. 2:30 game. I guess 1:30 Mountain Time. That is not only a very tough game, but also a game in which you will not be favored. A game in which Arizona State, who just went on the road and beat Kansas State, a game in which that team will likely win. And I don't know what to do. If we got this far with BYU, if we got so close to the finish line, and you lose 2 games in conference play, and now we're talking, shoot, what would the tiebreaker say? Can BYU make the conference championship against Colorado? There is absolutely no break, no reprieve, no solace in that. You had it. You had it. On a silver platter, nationally, a top 8, top 6 ranking. You gave it away to a 3-6 team. Elite teams beat the teams in front of them and especially beat the brakes off the teams that are in front of them that they are supposed to overpower. Is Kansas on a roll? Yeah. But you're number 6 in the country. 133 teams, and you're number 6. And you did that. It is so disappointing. It was so bad to watch. I just want the Big 12 to succeed on a national level. And that is how you represent us. I have loved BYU so much this year. But that coming up, Utah got throttled. There's your solace. On Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's show is brought to you by FanDuel. Man, I've told you this. Number 1 sportsbook in America. FanDuel is where I go to place my bets. I said, hey, I think Kansas might win, but I wouldn't put money on it. Then my college buddies who were at this wedding I was at said, you know what? We will. We'll go Kansas money line. And they made it's just, I shouldn't even say it, a very large sum of money. And for you, on America's number 1 sportsbook, FanDuel, you can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Start with one $5 bet. If it hits, you get $150 in bonus bets if you win. That's FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch. Middle of a game, live bet with FanDuel. College, NFL, any of it. They're an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. FanDuel.com. Visit FanDuel today. Today's show is also brought to you by Game Time. I love tickets, man. I buy tickets. I go. Country concerts, comedy, theater, sports. Game Time. Game Time is the place to go for all-in pricing, for seat views, for lowest price guaranteed, for Game Time ticket coverage, the most flexible ticket coverage option in the entire industry. So, take guesswork. Take the entire guesswork out of buying tickets and use the code LOCKEDONCOLLEGE for $20 off your first purchase. Game Time Picks. Download the app. Game Time. Terms apply. Again, create an account at Game Time. Use code LOCKEDONCOLLEGE for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game Time. Download Game Time. Concerts, sports, anything. Game Time is the place to be for you. Download Game Time today and see how they can benefit you. That's Game Time.